Hello everybody, my name's Elliot and I'm from hahagarden.com, and tomorrow is Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers out there. Well, anyways, today we're talking about rockmelons. It's been raining these past few days, so we've not been watering our plants, our rockmelon, so we're not sure if we've been overwatering it, underwatering it. However, when we came to check on our rockmelons, we found this. No, this rockmelon died. So as you can see here, he died, which means we're going to cut him all. We're going to basically, yeah, we're gonna cut here and basically bring him back home with us, even though he is not fully not fully developed. Although he's not like ready yet. The way we can tell how he's not ready is because his beige netting is not complete, and the behind is a bit more yellow than usual. Okay, so we're going to cut it. So we're just going to cut it right here. That should be good. A bit up. That should be good, right? So we're just going to cut it. Okay, that. Then I can release this, and then boom. So how we can tell that this one is not ready is by comparing it. So you can see here, this is a almost ready one, right? So you can see the difference. This one has a complete beige netting, while this one does not. You can tell the difference, and this one is a tiny bit darker, while this one is a tiny bit lighter. Right now, this guy is almost ready because supposedly the rockmelon will develop like a very good smell when it's fully ready, and we've not like smelled anything from this guy, so we're just going to wait for it. This guy is also not ready, and he's our biggest guy, and as you can see, he's almost dead. I say almost because if you look down here, he is like a tiny, like the vine is still like green, so we're not taking him home yet. But yeah, he's like our biggest guy, so I hope that he makes it. So you can see here, just the size difference. And this guy's already a bit heavy. Alright, the video that you just watched was filmed around around 2 weeks ago. Why did I think of 12? Anyway, it was filmed around 2 weeks ago, and the big rockmelon was like 1.2 kilos if I remember correctly, and the small one was 440 grams. Anyways, so we germinated the seeds at the end of January, so it's been like, so it takes like 3 to 4 months for it to harvest, and it takes only like 3 to 5 days for it to germinate. Anyway, the rockmelon, also known as the cantaloupe, I should have said that earlier, but anyway, the rockmelon needs like full sun and 12 inches apart if it's grown on a trellis, and 4 feet apart if it's grown on the ground. Alright, so as you can see here, all of the seeds here we've gotten from rockmelon that you buy at the store. And if you want to also get the seeds from the rockmelon, what you need to do, well, obviously you need to scoop out the seeds from the rockmelon, but you need to clean them as well. So basically you need to just wash them with water and make sure you get all of the pulp off, all of the sugar off, right? And once you do that, you might notice some of your seeds like floating in like the last rinse. That means the seeds are floating. You can discard them away because, well, I guess you can throw them away because they aren't going to grow, right? Anyway, how you grow them is by, how you grow them is by taking one and making sure the pointed end is face downwards like this. So you take it and hold on, let me grab a darker one, so it might be here. So basically like this, the pointed end is pointed downwards. Okay, so make sure it's also covered. So hold on, that goes like that. Then make sure it's also covered, like that. Right. I forgot to mention that if you store these well enough, they can last you for 4 years, and you also need to dry them for 3 to 5 days. So if you bought your rockmelon seeds from like a packet, then you don't need to do that because it's already processed, right? Anyways, so if you want to put them in a poly bag, you need a minimum of 14 by 14, what was it? 14 inches, I think? Yeah, 14 inches. Yeah, so 14 by 14 inches, as you can see here. So that's cool. We recommend you using a poly bag because you don't need to worry about spacing the seeds. Because if you plant it on the ground, you need to space it by 4 to 5 feet. And not forgetting that if the okay, you totally did not see me trying to cure up the soil. Anyways, if the rockmelon touches the soil, then you need to put a slab of wood in between, because if the rockmelon touches the soil, then the pests in the soil could get to the rockmelon. So just that. Also, one rockmelon per plant, please. Thank you. And one plant per poly bag, please. Thank you. Because, you know, if multiple plants fight like in the poly bag, then there's no winner. That's all I need to say. Alright, we've gotten all of the stuff here. Well, not all of the stuff, but most of this stuff here we use. So I'm going to tell you about them. So we use like a 1-to-1 ratio with the Vegemix and the compost. We do 28 liters of Vegemix and 5 liters of compost. And some people will use 100% cocoa peat. You can see here, 100% cocoa peat. Right now, regarding pests, if your leaves start to look like this, then that means your rockmelon has been invaded by pests. So what you do is immediately cut these leaves and basically spray pesticides on the entire plant, organic pesticide on the entire plant. So what we use is the miller bug one for miller bugs. We use the white fly ones, then the spider mites, and then the yellow leaves. Right? And then if we are not sure what our rockmelon is being attacked by, we use the neem oil because it's more like generalized. You use the pesticides like every week, and you also fertilize your rockmelon every week as well. Alright, so I'll admit something. We got a bit greedy when we were planting our rockmelons because we clumped them all together so we could add more. And then of course we paid the price because some of our rockmelons were very small, but some of them were still big, and that's because of fertilizers. Yeah. So when you first start out, you want to use this fertilizer, the 532, because you want healthy leaves. Yeah, you want healthy leaves, right? But then once your rockmelon started producing flowers and started to produce fruits, then you want to change to this, the 426, because this makes your fruit healthier. And with this, we use this when we clump them all together. Lucky we got you know, some big ones still, even though we clumped them together. I'm not saying that you should, even if you use this. I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying it is possible still, but do not do it. Do as I say and not do as I do. Okay, so let's go and see some flowers. Alright, so before we talk about flowers, let's talk about rockmelons again. So you can see here, it is perfectly healthy if you cut all of the leaves. In fact, it's better for the melon because it doesn't need to fight for nutrients, right? Because if there's no leaves, then you know, no one's there to take the nutrients. Anyways, so as you can see here, you can see this is what we call a side shoot, which we need to cut off because it's taking nutrients from the rockmelon. So what we do is, hold on, cameraman, I'm sorry, but you're probably not going to be able to get a good shot because I need to focus and make sure I don't cut the wrong thing. Anyways, I'm taking off this. There we go. Right. So there's no more competition. Anyways, the reason why I'm not cutting this is because this is just support, right? Anyways, if you don't want to cut all of your leaves, then you need to pay extra attention to leaves that are down here. So say that this is attached, you would want to cut this because this can invite pests to climb like the plant, and then it can infect your rockmelon. Anyways, as you can see, we were very greedy because you can put literally, I can fit both my fingers like that. Anyways, so you should not do that because that is wrong. But nevertheless, luckily we used the fertilizers enough to the point where we got two big boys, two big healthy rockmelons, and I'm excited to eat these, but these aren't ripe yet. Yeah, these aren't ripe yet, but I'm excited. Alright, let's go see some actual flowers. Okay, so as you can see here, there are some male and female flowers. You can tell, hold on, there, you can tell it's female because the base is a little bit fat. Okay, you can see it's a little bit fat at the base, so that means it's a female. While if you find another male one, if you find a male, this one, because it's easy, you can see it's not fat at all. There, you can see it's not fat, so that means it's a male. Alright, so some people need to hand pollinate their flowers. You can hand pollinate these flowers between like, or some say like 7 to 9, and then some say 9 to 11. So like just plant them, like you can pollinate them between 7 and 11. 7 and 11, like the store. Boom. Anyways. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to like hand pollinate these things. Now I know I just said that you should pollinate these things by 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Right now it's not any of those times, but we're just going to show you. Okay. So what you want to do is take a male flower, you want to cut it, then like this, you peel the petals off. Okay, I'm just going to drop that for now, I'll clean that up later. Okay, not easy, especially since I don't want, oh shoot, I broke that. Okay, now it's going to get harder. Okay. Dropping petals, that's fine. Okay, you can see focus camera. You can see we've got the middle. So now what we want to do is take it and open it up. Alright, this is why you should do it in the morning, because in the evening the flowers are closing, and therefore it's like not impossible but ain't convenient. There. Now you can see here this melon is very good, because you can see here there are levels. The Rockmelon, there's like levels. So you can see here, like all the leaves, like these parts are considered to be levels. So there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right? There's 9. So that means it's very good, because from what I've been told, well, from what I've researched, 6 to 9 is basically is when the melon is best. If you want to pollinate the flowers, you should probably focus on the ones on level 6 to 9. Alright, and also this is a side shoot that we should probably cut, but we won't cut it yet because I want to see what happens. Alright, so rock melons are very sensitive. As you can see here, we did not originally like put a net on this guy, because you know, we thought it was going to be fine because it was on a trellis, but there it is a hole now, and it probably will not make it that big. Okay, anyways, moving on to transplant. How to transplant your rock melon from like a tiny pot to like a bigger pot. Basically, one, be careful, because like I said, rock melons are very sensitive, and do not reuse soil that has been used for cucumbers, melons, etc, right? Because you know those guys, because those share the same thing like pests. So you know we don't want to transfer pests. Anyways, so next I believe is this. Okay, so you can see here how to pick out a very good rock melon from the grocery store. If the netting is like closed and thick, then that means it is good, very good. And in order to harvest, basically what you want to do is cut it like here, like you know how like you used to draw apples as a child, and then you would always like add a singular leaf. It's basically like that. You cut it here and then boom. Alright, so here is a very secret thing, how to make your rock melon sweeter. All you gotta do is not water it 5 days before you're going to harvest it, because it will suck up all of the nutrients and become very sweet. Anyways, I think this is it for today's video. I hope you found it informative. Please subscribe, please. Thank you. Goodbye.